What's going on, guys? Welcome to Tony DIY, and today we're going to be showing you guys how to install a new turbo and a turbo pedestal inside of your 7.3 Power Stroke.
Hey guys, so we're just going to get started. Brief overview. Here's the old turbo. We got the new one in it already. We've recorded the whole process, but I just want to show you some basic things about this.
The biggest challenge you're going to have today is what Asher's holding in his hand right now. Asher, tell him about what these things are.
This is your V-band clamp right here. This is what holds the exhaust side and the front side. Front side's easy to get to. You got tons of access, but you're going to find out pretty soon that the back side is the hardest part about this whole endeavor right here.
We're also going to be doing a tutorial video on how to put injectors in your 7.3 Power Stroke. So if you want to see that video, click subscribe, like the video, help us grow our channel. Much appreciated. Inside of the bay here, Asher's going to show you all the different parts that we're looking at here.
So there's the new KC Gen 3, looking nice. Outlet, the inlet for the up pipes is back there. Or this is your air intake, your inlet, and then the up pipe side's back there. Down pipe goes out this.
So the up pipes go along the firewall, and there's a clamp.
That's a V-band clamp sitting right here. We're about to put that on.
Yes. So you have 3 total V-band clamps that you need to take off of your turbo once you get to this point.
One on the back, one there.
Yep. And we're going to show you guys, we're giving you this tutorial now so you know what you're getting into before you start taking everything apart. But now we're going to cut to the beginning of the project and show you guys how to get to this point here. And always, as a reminder, when you're working on your truck, take photos before you tear things apart so you can look back on them and put your stuff back together. Also, using tape and a Sharpie to mark all of your parts so you know exactly where they connect when you go back in is always helpful.
Need an 8mm on a ratchet or an impact. Disconnect your negative battery terminals on both sides.
With diesels, there's 2 batteries.
Gotta make sure to do both.
Make sure to do both.
11mm. For all these turbo boots and intercooler boots.
So proper prep is always nice. Putting these little blankets here as you're getting over the engine bay, especially if your truck is high, is always going to be helpful. Right back here, connected to this intercooler pipe, you can see your turbo here. We're doing a turbo upgrade. We're going to do a KC turbo.
Gen 3 Stage 1. That's it. We're going to pull off all these sensors and wires, plugs off this spider pipe so we can get this out of here and get more access to the turbo. So here we got all these sensors, plugs off. Got these 2 boots off here and here. Took off our V-band. You're just gonna yank up on it. Comes out right like that.
There we go.
Now we're gonna pull out the cold side and the hot side. Except I can't remember which one's which, but I think this is hot side and this is cold side. We're gonna take those out, get some more room, because we're gonna do injectors in a minute, so it's better for the valve cover harness access. All right, for these clamps down here, it's going to be an 11mm and a hell of a long extension. We're going to put the oil cap back down here.
Yeah, the last thing you want is for something to fall inside of there.
Move these off the valve cover harness out of our way. These are just coolant lines. One more clamp down here. I'll have to wiggle her a little. Pipe 2, hot side with insulation.
After we get the intercooler pipes out of here to make more space, the next thing we're going to look at are these vacuum lines, and then
pull these off.
Pull the sensor apart just so we don't damage it.
Move it off to the side, stick it under there.
And then we're going to look at air intake.
Yep, we're going to pull the air intake off.
Sounds good.
11mm deep, right on the turbo side right there. Just put an extension on here. Drop her on. Should pull right off. We're gonna pop out our air intake from under here. There she is. So you guys see here, this turbo, I'm gonna show you how it's cooked. That shaft, I don't know if you can see that. We got a ton of in and out play. This thing is pretty well on its way to cooked. In and out play is terrible on a journal bearing. This truck also was warm, and so the oil was lubricating it, but it's really not good to have in and out shaft play. It can mean that those bearings can grenade and send a lot of shit right into your cylinders. Bye-bye 7.3. So now we're gonna pull this. This is a high pressure oil crossover line. This is aftermarket. Regularly that line, those would be plugged, I'm pretty sure. I'm not certain. Every truck I've owned, I've put one on there, but I'm pretty sure those were just service ports before. This just equalizes the pressure on either side of your rail. More oil flow. Right up here on the wastegate, we're gonna pull off this line. That way you can move it, stick it back there. Now we're gonna get back here to this V-band clamp. That's an 11 millimeter. I'm gonna pop it off, and then we're gonna take off the exhaust side, and then we'll loosen the pedestal. Wow. So guys, this was crazy. I was not expecting it to be like this. It's just a small ratchet, and it's coming right off. So. We're gonna come back to the exhaust side now. Break it loose. Still doesn't want to go. It's good.
Oh, you left your thing on there.
Just be careful if your truck, you just turned it off. This thing still burnt my hand a little, so just remember that. Now you're gonna take a pry bar, pop off your V-band. This one's being a little bit of a pain. I might have to get my bigger pry bar.
I'll get that.
This side, let's try this. Oh, she's on it tight. That exhaust is very hot.
Yep. These clamps really do stick to the pipes that they're on.
Sometimes you can get under the front of them like that. One more in the back. I grab my hammer. Back there. All done.
Super cool.
So if you look here, you got your pedestal on the bottom. It separates right here. That's the pedestal, that's the turbo. This is a non-EBPV, meaning that it doesn't shut the turbo on the back housing to warm up faster. This does have a wastegate though, so it can do that to warm up. Anyways, we're gonna leave the pedestal in and take out these two 13s, they should be, and see if we can get it to come out like that.
Half of the fun of opening up new parts is getting all the sick stickers that come with them. Oh, Asher, came with a half-eaten bag of Doritos, bro. They're looking out for us. Ladies and gentlemen, this thing is ridiculous.
Show them the front of it.
Open that thing.
Open this up.
Oh my gosh.
Whee! Let's see how much play there is in and out. This one doesn't have a 1/4 inch of play. I think we need to return it. Look at this beautiful wastegate.
Wow! It's all chromed out.
So right here on these clamps, the best way to get these loose is not by hitting them like this, because all you're doing is smacking it into the side. Right here, you're just smacking it right into the side of the clamp. The best way to do it is if you can get it right here on the tip, right here. Right there, right at the edge, and whack just like this and pop it off. Let me grab one.
So this is the back of the turbo.
This is facing right there, and this clamp here is stuck on there. You gotta beat these off. Try and open it up, so that way it'll let it open. So you can
And
take it off.
this is what we're working on in the back of that turbo right now. Is getting this V-band clamp that's on the up pipes off.
We finally got the back V-band off. Oh, we had to pull the whole front off to get back there. That's what's left of the turbo. This isn't necessary, but I'm just cleaning up the pedestal on the outside everywhere too. Just keep it clean. Probably won't stay clean for long being a 7.3, but it's important to clean up here, and we're gonna put all new O-rings. These are Ford OEM O-rings. It's worth it to buy them. Guaranteed not to leak, they'll fit. It's important to get all the way down in here in these grooves, because that's where your O-ring actually seats. Up here, it's nice to clean up, but mainly down here is what actually matters. So we're gonna clean that up. Always pre-lube your O-rings. These two go on the bottom right here. On the truck side, we're gonna pop those in. Feel down here, clean this off. Make sure you get your your O-rings out. You don't want 2 O-rings. 2 O-rings does not seal better than 1. I was just getting some of the oil out of this valley because when you take off the turbo off the pedestal, you lose about a quart. New O-rings here. Going down in it. 10mm bullets, 4 of them. We'll get them torqued in a second. So let's just get on the bolt square. Snug. Already threaded these in by hand. You do not want to try and get these in. You're risking messing up threads right into your engine block. Not worth it. Start it by hand. I'm going to use an extension here. I think it's about a 6-inch, maybe it's an 8, with a semi-deep socket. And we're just torquing to 18 foot-pounds here on the turbo pedestal. It's kind of cool. My torque wrench was already set at that. That's not why I decided to do 18 though. Done. With this, if you don't torque it to spec, won't crush these enough. If you go too light, it's gonna leak, and if it's uneven, it'll also leak. So make sure to torque them. It's not worth your time not to. So one thing that's important here when you're doing this is, see this hole at the top back of the turbo? Turbo would be flipped around facing the rear. This hole on the up pipe has a pin, and if it's off-centered a little bit, up, down, too much, it won't seat right. So just make sure you get that pin in, and then you'll be able to get your V-band clamp back around here. That's what we're doing right now. We're getting the clamp on. All right, guys. Genuinely be careful not to drop this thing. Pretty stout. Deep. All right. Set it here for step 1. Lower it down. It's gonna be a little tight. Drop the back in first. Get the housing down. And now that it's in there, I'm gonna take my V-band clamp and put it back in how I had it, because it was in a pretty good location for the bolt. I like to go this way with the bolt facing towards the driver's side. Then just set it back there on the exhaust. Both my O-rings are still on. Made sure of that. There we go. She's dropped onto the pedestal. So we just connected this V-band and the V-band in the back. There's not too much to them. Just try and pre-bend the clamps together a little bit if they're open too much.
We also got the turbo
pedestal and bolts torqued. Ford says 18 foot-pounds on everything. Some other sources, Garrett says 30. I guess they say 25. I just went 18 because that's what Ford says. Yeah, so it should all be good.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is going to conclude our video. We're going in for injectors right now, so we're not going to finish it up just yet. But from here on out, it should be pretty self-explanatory, putting your intercooler pipes and then putting that last V-clamp on for your turbo. We're going to test it all. We're going to start it up, and we're going to make sure there's no leaks, and you should do the same. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.